These are some things which no one is going to tell you even after you pay them 15, 20 or 30,000 and buy their course. People take HRs for granted, and this is especially the case with Indian freelance. So if you're into freelancing, then HRs are your best friend, and many people do not know about this thing. So the whole video is divided into some segments. The first thing, that the whole hiring process, that how it actually happens. After that, we'll discuss that this is a two-way street. So you know what you can expect from the HR, but I'll tell you what the HR expects from you, and then that why you should not take them for granted. So let us first get on with the hiring process. So first of all, any good HR who has a good network, what they do is that whenever they have a job posting in their firm or some of their knowns are looking for candidates, especially the freelance ones or on a contractual basis. So what they do is they simply reach out to their inner circle first. So inner circle has, like, you can consider it as a private community where the HR knows you, you know the HR, and then whatever they are hiring for, they just run it by you first before it is made public to the general and common crowd. That's where I want you to think of it. The job portal doesn't know anything about it. The crowd who is waiting for freelance sites, they don't know anything about it, but you are hired because of internal referrals. That's how you get majority of your business. That's how freelancing is actually done. That's how I did it. That's how people I know they are doing it. Okay, we do not rely on job boards or completely on cold emailing. Internal referrals are a thing. So if they can't find anything and any suitable candidate in their inner circle, then they won't go into the job boards. So usually what happens is that they keep their applications really long. So if you come across a posting or something that is really lengthy, consider it as very serious. They want to filter out the unnecessary crowd. Think yourself, if you have to spend 10 to 15 minutes on a particular application, the chances are that majority is just going to ditch it. And even if they don't ditch it, they will be writing very generic answers because of the short attention span. Now, since they get serious applications, then comes their ATS, applicant tracking system, and it filters out, like, they put a lot of filters already in the backend. So if your answers do not meet that particular criteria, like for example, they ask for your years of experience, like they require 6 to 7 years of experience, you put down 3 years, so your application will be automatically rejected. Then comes the next step after the ATS kicks in, that if you do not make it, so every good company, what they are going to do is they have a personalized email system. So like personalization in emails is not that of a thing. You just have to put a filter of first name and it automatically fetches your first name from the form that you filled in, and then a mail will come to you saying that we received your application and due to some reasons or whatever reasons, they'll state you the reason and we are not able to proceed further. That's how they will tell you that you didn't make it. So if you make through the applicant tracking system, what they're going to do is they're going to reach out to you, the HR will reach out to you and ask you to come on a quick call of 5 to 10 minutes. Now this call will be very generic. Here the HR will just make sure that you are worth going to the second round. All right. So there are usually 3 to 4 rounds at the bare minimum. I'll let you know about that too. So once this thing happens, you get on a call. If the HR finds you suitable, they are going to give you another email. So now you are moving on to the second round. And in this round, they are going to give you a task, a small task. So for example, if you are applying for a script writer role, they'll ask you to write a script of 1 or 2 minutes. So that's like 300, 400 words. And they expect you to do that. Now the thing is that majority will not be happy doing it. They'll not be happy because they'll be like, we have applied, we have given you a portfolio and all that stuff, but we don't want to write it. And that's exactly what they want. They don't want many people to do the task. And this happens that many people, they don't do the tasks. So the ones who do, they are really small in number. And even after that, if you submit your task and 10 people submit your task, then they are going to move with the best 2 or 3. That's how it goes on. After that, what's going to happen is you submit the task and they'll let you know in a day or two after their, respective official verifies it, like whatever department you're applying for, a person from that department will apply it. It will review it and then they'll let you know the result. So if you make it, here's what's going to happen. Then the person who reviewed your stuff, you are going to get on a call with him. And this is the technical round. So if you make it to this point, you are already in the top 1%. They are looking at your profile. Now here on, it's everything is on you and your communication skills. That's why I focus so much on communication and outreach. because these skills really matter when you get on calls with people who know more stuff than you do, who are managing an entire team of which you are trying to be a part. Now, if you make it through this third round, which is the technical one, so first one is HR, second one is the task, third one is speaking to the person who runs the department. If you make it through the third one, there is a really high chance you are going to land it and you are going to close the deal. Now, most of the time, the fourth one includes having a word with the founder or the CTO or the COO or CEO and the top level executives. And this is most common in today's world. Like many are startups, so they just the founder. There is no such hierarchy and like chain of orders. So everyone is just like pretty much chill. So they also want to know that what kind of people are coming onto the team. So then it comes, and after that, the fifth one is simply that they tell you that you are hired. If you were in their inner circle, this whole process would have been a lot easier for you. See, because the first one is HR. HR already knows you. So you would directly come on to the task part. Your first round is already cleared. You will come on to the task. And the HR also knows you and your skill set. So if she cleared you or he or she cleared you, like most probably she, because HRs are female in 90% cases. So if she clears you, you go into the second round where also you have the edge because the person personally knows you, right? The HR is taking your part to the senior officials. So you already have the edge, right? So your task comes out, you're already marked as someone who is coming from an internal referral. And believe it or not, internal referrals are a thing. You don't believe it because you haven't experienced it so far. Once you experience an internal referral, you will realize this is a whole new dimension. So that is usually the hiring process, right? Now come on to the other part, the human part. See, no one is here to do charity. If the HR is letting you in their inner circle, it is going to benefit both of you. So the HRs are helping you finding the job. What about you? How can you help the HR? And if you are saying that by being the best version of myself and getting and submitting the most best possible task, that's not how it does. That's not how it goes. In the real world, it doesn't work that way. You have to help them out wherever they need it. So if they are hiring and you are not a part of that pool, so if they are hiring for some other position that's outside your area of niche, try and get your knowns, connect them with them, make them both meet, do your part. You have to make the other person's life easy so that in return they make yours easy. You can't expect that you just have a word with them, whenever they take out a job post, you go out to them and just ask them for a favor. That's not how it goes. One or two times it might be a thing, but if you want to build a long-term relationship, it has to be a two-way street, just like loyalty. Like loyalty is a two-way street. You remain loyal to the other one remains loyal to you. So it goes both ways. Similarly, here also, you have to help them out and they will help you out. But if you said, no, this is not how it works, then I'm sorry, like you are living in an own imaginary world, because in real life, if I am not doing something valuable for you, you are not gonna do it back to me. No one is that kind of a saint in 2024. And the last thing that I want to discuss about is that people take HRs for granted. And this is especially the case with Indian freelancers. I don't know what kind of superior complex you have. If a HR reaches out to you and you take it for granted, it is the worst possible thing you can do to yourself and your career and your skill set, because that person is the only medium between you and the desired bank balance you want. You piss off that person, your link is completely cut down from the organization and you are never going to get their money, and you want the money. Ultimately everything boils down to the money and to your bank account. And the more HRs you have in your network, the more your chances of getting more money in your account. These are some things which no one is going to tell you even after you pay them 15, 20 or 30,000 and buy their course, because these are the stuff which we do ourselves. These are the things which we know, and these are the things, like if you put in something and you work hard for a long time, you don't just want to give that to other people. You want them to, just you want to play around with them. You want them to go into circles on things that are not actually going to work, but you make them believe that it works. That's how coaches work. That's how courses work. And if you don't know this thing and you are freelancing, you are missing out on a lot of stuff. So that's why I say, like, if you join my channel, you join me, you read my content, you are going to be better than the other half, than the majority, not even the other half. Because these are the things I am damn sure no one has told you what all I am telling you so far from the last 2 weeks. Straight on, befriend them, provide value to them, and in return, they are going to help you out. And this is how you build a long term relationship, you build a sustainable career. And that's why when people cry about that they don't have the stability, it's the reason that they don't have the stability, because they didn't made connections. In freelancing, you can't last without connections. If you are a lone wolf, solo wolf, whatever you are, you need people. You need them. And I'm saying need because you really need them. There is no way you're going to make it without any other individual's help. Everywhere, like, you think you are a very big lone wolf, right? You do everything on your own. So who do you reach out to? Another person. That person takes forward your application, goes to another person. So you are on the mercy of other ones. You are not completely alone or solo. Get that thing in your head. And that is pretty much it for this one. So do like, subscribe, and comment, and forward these videos to your fellow freelancers, to people who you really want to benefit in some way or the other. Because these are the golden nuggets that no one is going to give it to you. I can bet on it.